I've been using HashUp for nearly 2 months now. I've done multiple withdrawals, and I check the website daily to use the Faucet for some free hash rate. They have a 4.6 rating on Trustpilot, and I can say that this is one of the best platforms for free users. They claim to run their miners on the Aleo blockchain network, and have an affiliate program to where for every friend you invite, you'll receive 2 hash per second. They have daily returns of 0.25 to 0.45% per day, which is an APR range of about 91% to 164%. And when this app first came out, the APR was actually around 270%, which in my opinion was completely unsustainable. And while 91 to 164 is still really high, it's a bit more realistic in my opinion. Anyways, the best part of this platform is the free Faucet, and you can get anywhere between 1 hash to 20 hash per second. And while you're more likely than not to get 1 hash, you can see that it can go up to 20, and just on this quick list, you can see I have a couple 2s and a 10. So if you get lucky, you can definitely get more than 1. So let's do a quick Faucet and see what I get. Click claim. Hey, 2, not bad. And you can see that in another 3 hours, I'll be able to click it again. So how much is this earning me actually? Well, there are 15 crypto coins and 2 stable coins to choose from. But your returns aren't going to make any difference depending on what coin you use. And you'll be basically earning the US dollar equivalent to whatever you're mining. And the coin you choose is going to be based on the withdrawal fees in my opinion. And we'll have a bit of fun with that later. So I broke it down from 100 hash to 1,000 hash to 10,000 hash. And the ranges are from 0.25% to 0.45%, so I just kind of broke it down like that. So if you have 100 hash, which is the equivalent of $1, you'll earn about a quarter of a penny up to just less than half a penny a day, and over a year it'll be 91 cents up to $1.64. And the math is actually pretty easy as you can see. So 1,000 hash would be $10, you would get 2.5 cents a day to 4.5, and then a $9.13 up to $16.43. And if you're able to get up to 10,000 hash, you'll get 25 cents to 45 cents a day, and $91.25 up to $164.25 over a year. Which as far as investments go is pretty decent. But with this just being a website and no plans for them to put out any kind of apps, it's hard to 100% trust that this is going to be around for years and years. But so far, whenever they've had any problems, they've had some hackers try to, get into their website somehow. They've upgraded their security, they've upgraded their servers, and everything's been so far so good. And as far as my account, you can see that I have 359 hash from the free Faucet, 684 hash from the 342 friends I have so far, greatly appreciated. And you can see that I have a total of 1,892 hash per second. I put in about 200 of that hash, which was $2 when I first started this. And then when people put in money, I get 2% off the referrals. And I've just been reinvesting that, and I'll show you how that's done as well. So I think I'm getting somewhere between like 6 and 8 cents a day, which considering I've only been using the app for a couple months, only put in a couple dollars, I think that's pretty good. And as far as withdrawing, you can see I've already withdrawn multiple times, 6 to be exact, 2 DOGE, 2 USDT, 1 Ethereum, and 1 TRX. And what I'm going to do is make a tier list on all 15 coins and break down the math, show you which ones are the best to withdraw with. First is Bitcoin. With a withdrawal fee of $13.40 at Bitcoin's current price, it's just not viable, unfortunately. So it's going to go into the F tier. BNB is up next, and you wouldn't think 0.00004 would be too much, but it ends up being about 42 cents, which is pretty average, and I'm going to put this into the C tier to represent that. Next is Bitcoin Cash. With the withdrawal fee of less than 1.5 cents, this goes into the A tier in my opinion. Next is DAI, and with the withdrawal fee of just under $1.99, this is going into the D tier. It's not as bad as Bitcoin, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Dogecoin is actually what I'm currently mining, and with the withdrawal fee of 0.3 of a cent, I'm putting it into my S tier. Next up is DOGS. DOGS actually is pretty decent, but it's about a little over 2.5 cents per withdrawal. So I'm going to put this into the B tier. It's not bad, but not the best. Next is Ethereum. While Ethereum does have a pretty decent withdrawal limit, It's pretty much free using the base network, so I have to put in my S tier. Next up is Litecoin. Litecoin has a withdrawal fee of 0.00014, which just ends up being a little over a cent and a half withdrawal. I'm going to put in my A tier. Next up is Notcoin. Notcoin has a withdrawal fee of a little over 2 cents, which puts it pretty firmly into the B tier. Next up is Polygon. With a withdrawal fee of just over 1 cent, this goes right into the A tier. Next up is Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu has a withdrawal fee of a little over 3 cents, so I'm going to put it into the B tier. Next is Solana. Solana has a withdrawal fee of about 0.7 of a cent, so I'm going to put that into my S tier, and it's actually going to be the next coin that I mine on this app. Next is Toncoin. Toncoin has a withdrawal fee of just over 2 cents, which puts it into the B tier. Next is Troncoin. Tron takes a whole 1 Tron to do a withdrawal, which takes about 34 cents, and that's going to go into the C tier. Next is XMR. While it has a fee of 0.00009, it still ends up being about 3 cents, which puts it into the B tier. And then we have our stable coins. These have a 25-cent fee. We're just going to throw them into the C tier. So in my opinion, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Solana are your best. And you can't go wrong with Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, or Polygon as well. It's still pretty low and pretty realistic to do. So with that said, before I go on to Solana, I have about 5 Doge that I'm going to withdraw to my Coinbase wallet, and I'll show you how it's done. So in your Coinbase wallet, go to Dogecoin, and then hit Transfer, hit Receive Crypto, click Dogecoin, and then copy your address. And now that you have your address copied, let's put it into the wallet address here, paste it in here, and then click Withdrawal. And there it is, withdrawal request created. And I'll come back as soon as it hits my Coinbase wallet. And there it is, 5 Doge in my Coinbase wallet. Took about 10-15 minutes, not too bad. And like I said, I want to stick with the S tier apps. So I'm going to go with Solana. But what you have to do first is put this slider down to 0 for Doge. And then I'm going to scroll down. Give me 1 second. And there it is. There's Solana. And then slide that over. And when I eventually make my next HashUp video, I'll do a Solana withdrawal with that as well. And quickly, I want to go over the reinvest feature. I mentioned it earlier. So I have about 17 cents worth of USDT. And you'll see I'll receive 17 hash for it. So click verify you're human. Get 17 hash. And there it is, 17 hash on my account for life. And also on the top right here, if you click the 3 bars and come to contact, you'll see that their email support is support@hashup.cc. And you can also do the live chat. You can see it on the bottom right, not on this screen, but on the bottom right. They have a live chat that's 24/7, has mods in there, and they'll generally help you or answer your questions as well. So while investing into a website like this might sound sketchy, you can always use the Faucet to get free crypto. And I think it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. I put a link in the description, and if you use my referral code, I get a free 2 hash per second, which is greatly appreciated, and it helps get out these videos faster. And one thing I do have to point out that this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And please do not invest more than you can afford to lose. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. I do my best to find the best Bitcoin and crypto apps and platforms out there and break them down as best as you can. I appreciate you all for watching, and until next time, I'll see you up in the clouds.